Alright, so I'm going to do this video, which I had started doing, but then Noe called me. So that kind of messed my plans up here. But Noe's off work, and I'm off because, my mom passed away. So I was gone for over a week because of that. Actually didn't know. We didn't know that she was that sick. We knew she was sick, obviously, with cancer. But we didn't know that it was going to be that bad. She has been battling cancer for years and had gotten on top of it and everything else. But, being the age that she was, it's just, even my age, it wouldn't have, I'm not nearly as strong as what my mom is. But, and so my sister and mom didn't know that either. My sister took her to the hospital and then told me about it. I was on my way out there. Got to see everything, got to talk to her, all that type of stuff. So it was good, but still trying to work through that. But yeah, it was not expected whatsoever. With that said, the channel was pretty much kind of just left. I mean, there were some videos that did go up. Noe put them up. Noe stayed here with the kids. The kids still had school. It was during their spring break, but because of the snow that we had, their spring break was actually cut a little bit to make up for the snow days. And so they had that, and she had some work stuff to do. And again, didn't know that this was going to be as bad as what it turned out to be. So yeah, she stayed here, and there were some videos that I've done. I tried to do a lot of them and have them actually just ready to go. They're just in a scheduled thing, and all you got to do is just, submit them. And so, yeah, she did that. But there was others, and I just finally pushed them all through in one day because she wasn't really sure how to do some things. So I did that. But as a result, got a lot of different comments on videos, and we try to go through and answer as many comments as possible or reply to them because obviously, if we started out that way, and I feel like if someone's going to take the time to actually write an intelligent comment, I would like to reply back to it. It's the juvenile high school comments that I don't reply to. I just don't. I look at it this way. If you're an adult, you should be able to have an adult conversation. And anything that is going to be like a child's comments. I mean, I have 3 kids. I'm not going to have the school of YouTube kids and try to sit there and make sense of what they're trying to talk about. So if there's comments on here, whether it's from man, woman, whatever, child, and it's something stupid, then I'm not going to reply to it. You have some people who really and truly, and and I learned this from watching a lot of other YouTubers. For example, that little sound that kicks off, I saw 2 people that made a comment, well, that sound gave me a headache. So... good. I mean, good for telling me, I guess. I don't care. If that bothers you that much, then this isn't the channel for you. That's not the video for you. Click off, find somebody else where they don't have their refrigerator that kicks on. Because I have a mini fridge over here that has beer in it, which is important to me. But your comment is not important to me. So... what do I do here? Like, you have your comment, which I don't care about, 2 people. And then I have my beer in my mini fridge. I care about that. So I'd rather keep my fridge on and that noise that will kick on rather than entertain your comment, which again is your opinion. And like I've said before, we all have one, just like we have a butt with a hole in it. Why should your opinion be any more important than my beer and my fridge? The other parts, there are people who get on here and they talk about the whole Republican and Democrat nonsense. Because, the video that talks about Seattle and the whole Docuseries that was going on and that type of thing. And someone posted the 3 different, because it's a series, so there's 3 different videos that were done. And that's great. Because, you have to go through and try to find all of them and that type of thing. And I probably will post those 3 at some point in time so you can go through and look at them. I think that they were done very well, and I will say it again. But You have some people saying, well, don't fall for it because it's a right-wing leaning group or something like that, or the news organization or something. You know, me personally, the whole thing that's going on in Congress with Trump and the Republicans and the Democrats and Nancy Pelosi, I can care less, to be honest with you. I don't care. And the reason why I don't care is because at the end of the day, all of those people in Congress care about what's going into their pocket. They don't care about you. And they don't really care about you, what your family's doing, what your family's not doing, the struggles you go through day to day. They can care less. The people who care about this whole tribalistic bullcrap are the people who are on here talking about Republican and Democrat and conservative and liberal and all this other dumb stuff. It's stupid. And when you actually work for people who are in politics, literally, you'll understand how stupid it is, because those people are paid to do a job. There are people who work for, let's say someone's a Democrat and the person that's in office is a Republican. You have people who are Democrat who believe one way, and then you have a Republican who believes a completely different way, and because this person's being paid good enough, they'll sit here and vouch for everything this person says. And you have some people who are in politics or are running things, and they don't believe half the things that they're basically saying. They're just saying it because they're staying on code. So at the end of the day, they don't care because their kids are going to private schools and some of the elite places, and they can pretty much wrap themselves in a bubble and never have to put their family into into everyday life. The idiots are the ones who basically are running around cheering on and saying Republican, Democrat, and think that this whole tribalistic warfare is worth it. I don't. You have some people who assume, well, you must be a such and such. No. Politically neutral. And the reason why I'm politically neutral is because you can see through the bull. You're not blinded by some party loyalty when that party's not loyal to you. So talking about the documentary that deals with Seattle, you're able to, me personally, I'm able to actually look at bits and pieces of this and say, yep, that makes sense. That makes sense. Now, is it written in a certain way or done in a certain way to lean in one particular direction? Sure. There's no such thing as media that doesn't have a bias. I mean, come on. Every media outlet, and even those that say that they're independent, they still have a certain way that they actually lean. I mean, you have some that say that they're taking an unbiased approach, and that's just nonsense. It's just not true. So, to me, the documentary highlights a lot of core issues that are actually there. And one of the things that I found the most important out of all of it is what's going on in Rhode Island. I don't care about the other stuff as much, but what's going on in Rhode Island and what they're doing, I think is great. I think is wonderful. The other thing, people are talking about the police officers and, you know, how they pretty much are kind of deflated in terms of just their morale. And I can see that, but there may be also officers too who feel completely opposite. Now, this documentary, they may have actually ignored those officers and took the ones that they wanted, sure. Sure. And it's their right to do that. It's their right to make a documentary the way that they want to and have it lean whatever direction they want to, because guess what? Just like my own platform here, I have a right to do as I please. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. There's plenty of people out here that I don't watch. There are plenty of people who are even on YouTube that I'm like, I don't get it. And there are folks who don't get me, and that's completely fine. But I don't go onto their channel saying, well, I don't get you, because, like, they care. They don't care. I'm 41 years old. I can care less what another human being actually thinks. Honestly, I can care absolutely less. The people who I care about in terms of their opinion, I don't even care what my sisters think. I mean, people who know me, no, I don't I'm just that type of person. I don't care. I care about what my mom thought. I care about what my wife thinks. I care about what my 3 kids think of me. Anything outside of that, I don't care. I go my own way. I do what as I please. I do what I think makes sense. I try to live an honest life. That's what I do. As far as people's opinions, who cares? I'm not 10 years old anymore where basically everything bothers me or hurts my feelings. You know, I basically am very cautious of who I allow to rent space in my head. And randoms on YouTube are not going to be it. Just isn't. I'm built a different way. Now, some YouTubers are very thin-skinned. And anything that someone says really just gets under them and riles them up and really bothers them. And I mean, that's okay, whatever. But for me, it's just not the case. Typically, what I will do, even though I can't reply to all of those comments, because there's a lot of them. Some of them are very helpful and useful, and some of them have sparked discussion. What I won't do is allow people to sit back and forth with a bunch of hate. You know, that type of stuff's nonsense. A lot of the political stupidity that's out there and the dumb stuff, you know, most of it I will, you know, allow because it's allowing good dialogue. But if it's something really stupid, like pushing their own party or pushing a particular candidate and all this other stuff, their heroes, I'm going to just delete it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just going to delete it. Who cares? To be honest with you. It's stupid. But anyhow, just wanted to kind of do an update video about what happened, where I was, about the comments, about just pretty much this documentary, which, you know, again, I think was done in a particular way. Sure. Now, do I think Seattle is truly dying? No, I don't. I don't. I mean, there are many instances where you can look at Seattle and say it's not dying. I do think that there are things that can obviously be done a whole lot better, by far. But am I the person to fix those things? No. I'm not. I think there are certain things that the current mayor has done that just doesn't make sense. And I've said that in plenty of other videos. I've said that. It was just stupid. Completely stupid. And you have some people too who, again, they bathe in political rivalry. Like they love it. That's their blood. It's not mine. But they love it. I have too much going on in my life right now, and have for a while, to sit and just stare at a TV all day or whenever and just basically pick apart what CNN says or Fox or MSNBC or any of that other nonsense. Those folks are getting paid buttloads of money. And those organizations, those news organizations, get paid a tremendous amount of money. So, of course, you know, like, if I was getting paid that type of money, sure. But I'm not. I'm getting paid to do remodeling and other stuff, technology stuff. I'm not getting paid to do politics. So I'm not going to sit there and, you know, just trash talk every person that's in government here in Washington State. Why? You know, you have some people, he's just been so politically correct and this and that. And, you know, the whole term politically correct, people think that that gets under people's skin. I like being socially correct. I'm not going to just be in butthole to people just because. That's just not who I am. I'm not going to sit here and change my values just because that's what other people want you to do. That's just not what I do. Again, I go my own way. I'm a man. Being a man means that you don't sit here and get intimidated by other people and just do what they want you to do. It's just not what I'm going to do. And so you have some people who are fly-by-nights. Again, our channel is kind of like a truck stop because we have people passing by, they'll stop to watch a video and they keep going. They don't necessarily stop and stay and become a citizen of HershNoeie, so to speak. They just keep going, and that's fine. That's completely fine. But even more so, you have people like that who leaves a comment and they keep going, why should I care? You're not going to get a reply from me. And more than likely, your comment's going to be deleted. And a lot of those comments, YouTube has already held. So it makes it a lot easier. But for those who have really good, and I have some people who said, you know, like, oh, I said some things and I hope you don't take it wrong and this, that, and the other. And, you know, that doesn't bother me because I'm not going to be accurate and 100% on every single thing. What I don't like and what I won't have is stupid stuff. You know, overly racist stuff of any kind, not going to happen. You know, saying, you know, John Doe 2020, any of that type of stupid stuff, not going to happen. You know, the whole back and forth, any of the juvenile typical things that you see that a lot of YouTubers allow, I'm just not going to do. But if there's a good discussion, sure, not a problem. If people are talking about, well, your camera's too high, your camera's too low, or the focus is this, or the sound is that, or this, or that. Yet they don't have a channel, they don't have a face or anything on their little thing. They're just basically a circle with a letter in it. They don't make a video. Do you honestly think I'm going to sit there? It'd be different if it was like Lily Petals from, you know, Lily and James. If Lily came on here and said, you know what, I think that you should do this and that because, you know, your camera angle's this way or your sound quality is probably not where it should be, I'd sit back and say, okay. I mean, Lily's got thousands and like hundreds of thousands of followers. Apparently what she's doing is right. That's different than someone who has a symbol, like a circle, and they basically have a little letter in their thing, and they don't have a video. They got 2 subscribers just because the rhetoric that they post, and they go through all day long spending their time just basically writing nonsense. Do you honestly think I'm going to take that seriously? Now, again, you may have got me when I was 20 or 22. YouTube wasn't around back then. But anyway, if it were, you might have would have gotten a response and I would have jumped all in and all that. At this point, at this age, nah, bruh. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I will see you. Take care.